Everyone loves sports. The finest athletes in their respective sports are superstars. We all try to follow them on social media, and I can assure you that you will not get tired of them. Here's a glimpse of the top 15 best paid athletes in this video. Number 15. Tiger Woods. While the majority of players are included on this list as a result of their combined on and off field earnings, Tiger is an exception. He made almost all of his money from activities other than golf. Woods was involved in a terrible vehicle accident in February of last year that left him with severe leg and foot injuries that forced him to take some time off playing golf. He didn't come back till Masters in April of this year. Tiger barely earned $40K from his golf performances this year. Tiger Woods is still regarded as the sport's face, even though he rarely plays golf. His endorsements confirm this. He is sponsored by a dozen companies, including Bridgestone Golf, Nike, TaylorMade, and Monster Energy. Tiger Woods inked a multi-year contract to be part of this PGA Tour 2K video game last year, and his annual earnings came to $68 million. Number 14. Aaron Rodgers. During the NFL offseason in 2021, Aaron and the Packers made headlines. There were speculations that Rodgers wanted to leave the Green Bay. He ultimately changed the terms of the deal with the team. The Packers were keen to avoid making this another hot topic throughout the offseason, thus Green Bay secured his services with a 3-year $150 million agreement in March of this year. Number 13. Matthew Stafford. When the Lions dealt Stafford to the Rams in March 2021, his life was never the same. The decision allowed him to flourish on a significant stage in Los Angeles instead of enduring endless football misery in Detroit, this past season guiding the Rams to a championship ring. Changed contract discussions for Matthew entirely. He agreed to a new 4-year $160 million contract with the Rams in March that also included a signing bonus of $16 million. Number 12. James Harden. James was able to cash in on a historic contract thanks to his on-court performance and a bank account that was as fat as his beard. It's all because he went all out with the missiles. Harden agreed to a 4-year $171 million contract extension in 2017. It was the most considerable contract extension in NBA history at the time. James must have wonderful recollections from that time era, as he still benefits financially from the contracts he signed back then. In 2015, Adidas hired him away from Nike and gave him a 13-year $200 million endorsement contract. Number 11. Russell Westbrook. Whatever people may think, his on-court value is what it is now. Russell is still paid according to his contract as the league's MVP. This is so since he signed contract after receiving that honor during 2016 to 2017. The league's largest contract ever in terms of overall value at the time was his 5-year $207 million extension with the Thunder. Number 10, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo. A place in the top 10 and his first NBA championship. For the Greek Freak, it was not at all a horrible year. Giannis was financially successful and balanced, making almost as much money as off-court as he did on it. His on-court earnings totaled $39.9 million and at $41 million off the court. The proximity of the two numbers is not a coincidence. His ascent has impacted Giannis' ability to make money as one of the game's finest players. After taking home consecutive league MVP awards in 2019 to 2020, Giannis and the Bucks agreed to a 5-year $228 million Supermax agreement. Number 9, we have Tom Brady. Often regarded as one of the best football players of all time, if not the best, it should be no surprise that TB12's deal with the Buccaneers is expensive, but his moves off the field add more cash to his account besides the $31.9 million generated by football. Tom made $52 million from outside of sports. TB12 co-founded the non-fungible token business Autograph last year, which raised $170 million in a funding round for Series B that was made public in January. Number 8, Canelo Alvarez. Compared to the other people on this list, Canelo's earnings from the previous year are incredibly unusual. Earnings on and off the field differ significantly, with an $80 million difference in favor of his boxing-related profits. Between just 2 fights in 2021 versus Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo earned an astounding $85 million. Imagine any other person on this list surviving only 2 events. The only problem is that they are unable to willing to withstand the same blows as Canelo. Alvarez, among everyone else, ended the year with the most revenue from sporting involvement beyond Alvarez's efforts within the ring. A series of fights are being organized in Mexico by his Canelo Promotions. In collaboration with the AZN and Matchroom Boxing, Canelo earned an additional $5 million this year via sponsorship partnerships with Louis Vuitton and Hennessy. His overall earnings over his career amount to $90 million. Number 7, Roger Federer. While Roger ultimately finished just $1 million behind Canelo, he could have hardly acquired his wealth more differently. Even though Federer has won $130 million throughout his career on the tennis court, he barely earned $700,000 this year. He has definitely been able to make money from his years of dominating the sport. This past September, he made a business decision that was quite profitable, and Swiss sporting apparel manufacturer went public. Federer made an undisclosed investment in the business back in 2019. In addition to everything turning out nicely for Roger, he is still making money from his 10-year $300 million endorsement deal with the Japanese clothing company Uniqlo. This caused his profits to equal $9.7 million. Number 6, we have Kevin Durant. This year, KD has been able to make more moves off the court than he has on it. That's not a criticism of his performance or his 4-year $164 million contract with the Nets. Durant earned $50 million last year outside of basketball, which $40 million came from endorsement deals with KD. For instance, recent ones include Coinbase, NBA Top Shot, and Cannabis Maps. He also has a $300 million 10-year contract with Nike. Durant signed in 2014 after competing with Under Armour in a bidding battle. KD also has an extensive range of investment in his portfolio. He's financed through his company 35 Ventures and more than 80 businesses. Durant also co-founded the Media Network Boardroom to his company in 2019, which has seen its popularity soar recently, including committing to a long-term contract with FanDuel. When KD made all these financial maneuvers a few months ago, his annual profits reached $92.1 million. Number 5, Stephen Curry. Steph has found success outside of basketball like KD. Almost seems as natural as his 3-point shot. Curry's business SC30 was founded in 2017, marking the beginning of everything, which manages all of his sponsorships and assets. Steph started Unanimous Media, a successful production firm. A year later, Unanimous Media entered the podcasting market in November 2020 after signing a deal with Audible. Curry's company subsequently inked a development agreement with Compass NBC Universal in September of this year. Steph also joined CryptoWave last year with approving a significant relationship with FTX, with an equity stake. Steph earned a total of $47 million off the court. He's still one of the NBA's top stars and is doing just as well financially thanks to basketball-related deals. He agreed a 4-year $215 million agreement with the Warriors in 2021. The value enables Steph to earn $92.8 million for the year. Number 4, Neymar. Neymar is here because of how much Paris Saint-Germain, a French soccer team, wants and believes in him. PSG paid $263 million in 2017 to transfer Neymar for Barcelona. The group continued to invest in the striker there. He was given a contract extension in May last year that keeps him there through the summer of 2025. Neymar made this year's on-field earnings of $70 million due to the agreement. Along with a significant PSG deal too, Neymar earned an astounding $95 million total in this year. Number 3, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's no secret that Ronaldo's obsession permeates society at large, and the star forward has profited from this. Ronaldo has become the first ever to amass 500 million followers across Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook in February 2021. In addition to bringing Cristiano's entertaining boast, the fact that his brand is drooling over the prospect of working with him, and the following he has speaks volumes about his marketability. He has a lifelong contract with Nike in large part because of this. He receives about $20 million a year in compensation for that. Ronaldo's remaining $55 million from off the field came from his endorsement deals for CR7 branded apparel, accessories, lodging, gyms, and other products. Any soccer team would kill to have Cristiano Ronaldo on its roster, and Manchester United acquired him in Juventus in August of last year. Cristiano earned a total of $150 million in combined earnings. Number 2, LeBron James. A man is honing his basketball talents while putting just as much effort into creating his business empire. LeBron is savoring the rewards of his labor. In addition, he has the highest endorsement portfolio in the NBA, highlighted by a lifetime contract with Nike that earns him over $32 million a year. With Spring Hill Corporation, King James runs his own media company. 2020 saw the founding of Spring Hill, which has enjoyed tremendous prosperity ever since. LeBron sold a large portion of his ownership in the business in October of last year at an estimated value of $725 million. This contributed to James' $80 million in off-court income this year. The Kings' life on the court is still good this year, and LeBron signed a 2-year $85 million agreement with the Lakers after helping them win the championship in 2020, causing him to make $121.2 million this year in on-court and off-court earnings. Finally, we have number 1, Lionel Messi. The same as on a soccer field, the number 1 place belongs to Messi. He was named the best soccer player in the world for a record-tying 7th time in the same year he won the Ballon d'Or. On the field, Messi earned $75 million. Messi's sponsorships are highlighted by a lifetime contract with an athletic brand in 2017. This deal is worth over $55 million, similar to many of the guys who are high on this list. He has a lifetime contract with Adidas worth approximately $25 million yearly. He agreed to be endorsed by the fan engagement app Socios in March. It gives him $20 million a year. Messi departed the only club he has ever known to sign with PSG this year. While he receives a yearly salary of about $40 million from his PSG contract, according to a leak from January 2021, Messi was able to make up to $165 million a year in pay and incentives with Barcelona thanks to a mix of these contracts and all of his off-field activities this year. Messi earned the ridiculous sum of $130 million. It's pretty mind-blowing. I'm aware that your superstar is one of the most highest paid athletes. You are now aware of their annual salary and income. I appreciate your patience and for viewing this video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please leave us a like on the video, then share and subscribe to get more content like this one.